done with my first meeting.
Yeah, no, that's why
So we-
meeting
Okay.
like this is always like.
All right, so are there any questions for Marcia?
I had a couple questions. A couple of my questions were, what, just because of the video, so I just had to clarify, was the lesson all done or the work all done on one day? No, okay. So when you stop the video, I just want to, it's just for my brain, for no other reason. When you stop the video, then did you come back and do it later or another day?
The first day we did up until the building of the boats.
Okay,
The second day we tested the boats.
got it. Okay, that helps a little bit.
Yeah.
Because then that explains some of what didn't connect for me. Because I was like, oh, so that's all. That was all that I had about that.
I just had a couple of things for you to ponder.
Mm-hmm.
Would it have been easier to manage the students by having them working in partners or small groups? Would a larger and deeper tub of water have been more helpful in the experiment? Like, I feel like at some point it was kind of like a lot of boats and a little water, and you're like, oh, there's a little water in there, you're sinking, done, you know? And it's funny because I said, would you consider letting them do this project again with additional supplies, like use their base knowledge of the aluminum foil, and rather than starting with additional supplies, give it to them as an extension to say, well, now that you were able to float your boat, how can you make it float and add more washers with additional materials? So using what they have, like popsicle sticks or rope or, I don't know, straws. And then my last question was, how did you evaluate their understanding?
And that, I would just add about, now that you mentioned the water level, that maybe it would have been different levels of water.
The variable.
Varying the levels of water so that, they could see what is actually happening as the water is getting. Even now that I think about it, could one think about having an empty fish tank that has the filter moving so they could see what it looks like when the water is moving. They're not doing it with their hands, but they're putting it in. That's just sort of this interesting, like what's happening as they're, could they try it this way, could they try it that way? And maybe that's just sort of
An extension.
And they might come up with that in their own group conversation.
Yeah, I have a whole different perspective because I worked with you for a number of years and now I don't. I would be really working from the aspect of the partnership because I have a feeling our principal is going to keep you in first grade, to my chagrin, next year, and establishing that partnership because we don't have science in K1.
No science program.
No.
Science
no,
push
No
in?
formal, none.
No.
Because
No curriculum.
The teachers.
no, it's on the docket.
If
but
they
it's not
want
there.
to really just
So it's
raise
up to
some
the
stuff.
teacher.
There is TKLA does have science, but it's not inquiry based.
And it's not.
It's more exposure to vocabulary, and they try. The teachers
like
do try.
leads, but it's not.
But it's not
really-
mandated by the district.
Only the CKLA part, the core knowledge.
They're starting, but
Yeah.
K1 doesn't have it.
They just do literacy-based
Correct.
curriculum.
Right.
So
There's no inquiries.
I
there's
would
no
be
experiments.
working on trying to see, because I have a feeling she's going to be with the same team again next year. So my whole ideas would be partnering up to do, guess what, this week you're going to read this book prior to me coming into the classroom, you're going to do X before I come in, and I'm going to do Y. And I think, and I believe it's doable, past doable.
Oh, yeah.
But I think, especially going into the second year of WIPRO, I think you're going to have to have that established because you physically don't have the time. So it's not, I guess it's more my insight from knowing what's about to happen, that I think you're going to need because Marcia's in a completely different boat of the three of us are all classroom teachers and control, sort of, our 7-hour day within some type of reason we can play here and there. She has no control. She's blocked into this teacher, this teacher, this teacher. So that's at least my ideas for going into next year.
And that's totally doable with this team.
Oh, and I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is.